Hi, I'm RC Jim, and boy do I have a special project to introduce to you today. Yeah, this little guy right here. Little, yeah, not. Okay, we got this big beautiful C-47. This plane is another one that's pretty special to me, and that when I was a little tacker, my dad took our family for a ride in one of these C-47s. He wasn't a pilot, but just paid to take us. And I was so little that my head was below the window. So I couldn't see out the window, and I was bored to death, and I fell asleep, so they tell me. I'm not sure how big I was, but yeah, not very. So anyway, I've flown in one of these things, and so that makes it special. Now this one is built from a kit. I'm not sure who did the kit, but the fellow from that I bought it from, had never completed it. Whether he was the original person to build it, I think he probably was, but I'm not sure. Got electric motors. We got Turnigy 4250 1000 kV motors. These should develop between 2 and 2.4 kilos of thrust each. It's going to need all of that. We're talking about a 4.5 kilo model here. It's not light. It's the heaviest model that I've got. And the biggest too, I suppose, from that matter. It's balsa sheathed, so it's got the balsa longerons, stringers, going through the whole thing. And then balsa sheet going over top of all of that. It's got retracts that need a bit of attention. These retracts here, they come up like so. It would be nice if this member here was bent just a little bit to allow it to fully lock in place. It comes close, but you got a very small lever on the control arm down here where the servo is pulling it. And of course it doesn't take a lot of force to hold that in place, but the arm is on an angle, plus it's down to next to nothing. So I would feel better if it had kind of a self-locking mechanism in place, to where it had a little bit of a kink here to allow that thing to basically take the force, as it needs. Of course, it'd be better yet to have a spring in the back of it here to allow it to spring back a little bit, if not springs in all of it. But anyway, for the moment, that's what we got, so that's how it is. The servo is inside this little panel down here. There's 2 bolts that come off, and then the servo is attached to the back side of this. We're on the maximum throw on the servo out there. With it set up right now, it has just a little bit extra travel as far as going down and coming up. But I'm thinking that I will be content to put it on the farther out position out here to give it more leverage, to allow it to be fully in the down position here when the servo is all the way back. And then with it in the full up position, it'll probably come a little bit short of being all the way down in there. So it might be, here or someplace. But I think that'll be more solid than the way it is. ESCs are Turnigy plush 60 amps. Yeah, it is plush. Bulletproof speed controller, UBEC 3 amps /5 volts, version 3.1, DC 5.6 volts to 26 volts. So it's good for 4S. It's got a battery compartment down here, and I went to all of the trouble of, putting this extra panel on here to where I could put Velcro on there for attaching the batteries, and having some webbing inside there to support the batteries when they're in place. And then found out with the weight and balance that the batteries need to be about here. So there's no way I'm going to put batteries there and put lead up here. It's already plenty heavy enough. So I'm going to have to make a compartment here to slide the batteries in. Probably just go between two of the bulkheads here and have them go down in on an angle, something like that. So we're going to have to engineer that. We don't have any cowlings for it. The way the plane is configured with a full-size plane is this, just that it comes up with a bit of a curve on it, but there's not much of this that goes onto the other part of the engine cowl here. And the little scoop on the other side is just simply an air scoop that does finish right where it's got it finished. So all I really need is the round bit, and I've found a plastic container that's about that size. I've only got one container, and it is just a tiny bit small in terms of the diameter. So I'll probably wrap some cardboard or paper or something around that and make it a tiny bit bigger, and then just use it for a form to lay up fiberglass on and create a fiberglass cowl for the engine. With the ailerons, we did have one aileron that was split wide open down here. The thing that opened up and split. So what I've done is I've put Gorilla Glue in there, and then I put baking paper around it and clamped it all along the whole length of it. So I think that is going to be all good. Tail wheel doesn't need to be quite that clunky. If you look at the photographs of the plane, that's a little bit more streamlined, so we might aid our weight and balance situation a little bit by just doing a bit of sanding on that right there. Olive drab with a lighter color, sort of tan type color on the bottom is appropriate for the paint scheme, so we will do that. We've got a number of cracks in the sheathing. I don't think that's going to be a big issue. I think it's just mainly a matter of filling those and finishing them off, because the strength is in the actual balsa that's going both lengthwise as well as the bulkheads that are in there. Do you see we've got a big crack going down here? I'll have to have a look at that. But basically, you know, it's going to be pretty good to go. Not too much that we're going to have to do with it. Got a crack down the wing here. Again, I think that's just the outer sheathing, which is not a big deal. The original plane has got a little bubble up here in the top, and I can see where they had a round balsa thing, obviously to prepare for that bubble, and then whoever has done it has just sanded it off. The original windscreen has got vertical supports that go in here, one there, one here, one in the middle, going around. So 5 vertical supports, and then we'll put some clear plastic around there for the windscreen, and of course we'll put in some little clear plastic windows. It came with a whole bunch of ants. Been exterminating ants around here like crazy. I think I just about got them all, but it's amazing what ants can survive. So this is a project that we're going to be working on. I do have a second one that is also happening right now. This will probably be second to the P51 that I'll be showing you as well. Well, thank you for watching. Appreciate your support for the channel and what you're doing for us. Just simply looking at the videos helps a lot. And anything else you'd like to do, well, it's greatly appreciated. I'm RC Jim signing off. You have a great day and enjoy your flying.